Hey everyone, Cosmos here from DolyGames. We're playing a little bit of Age of Empires 2 against the hardest computer, and in this video I'm going to be doing a strategy with Skirmishers and Byzantines. And the reason for Byzantines for Skirmishers is because they are cheaper. So you see here, camel, skirmishers, pikemen, halberdiers cost 25% less, and that's a significant amount. And this is the skirmisher. So normally there's also strategy with archers, and I was wondering if it works for skirmishers as well, although their attack is so much lower, so attack 2 versus attack 4. And it does, so I'm gonna show it in this video. So let's get going. So Black Forest, small map for 2 players, so 1 versus 1 on the hardest setting. So as always, straight away going to order a villager, get a mill, gotta wait for the sheep to come in the area of the town center before I gather them. Now I've put the map to explore so that I don't bother running around the map too much, and I can focus on showing you guys the base and the battles. The scout will not do anything the rest of the game. Alright. This guy finished the house. Now everybody is on food. We have one guy on berries. You actually go back to food. Let's get this sheep next. Gonna put town center on shortcut as well as the scout, but we don't need him anymore. We're gonna put him here. Normally I can go and steal sheep from the enemy, but I'm not gonna do it, just to show you that it's not necessary. You can do very well with the ones you have. Alright, we'll send the next guy on the wood and in the house first. The house. We're at population 9 out of 10. I'm gonna target 15 to go to feudal age, or maybe 20 with skirmishers. Let me see. We'll see how it goes. I'll need a lumber camp. Let's have a look if we have any boars around. We have one over here. We can definitely lure him, and we have one a bit further away, but not too far, so we can lure those two. Let's actually do that. Now you need to normally shoot it twice for it to follow. Sometimes once works, but not always. I don't have the loom research, so I want to make sure this peasant doesn't die. You can garrison him at the last moment if necessary. Now you don't want to leave the sheep also, because the meat goes bad, so you want to collect it. Come get us a lumber camp over here. So we're at 13. Now with skirmishers we will need wood and food mostly. I'm not even gonna bother with getting gold. Maybe just at the end sometime, but it's not really necessary. And sometimes I get a little bit of stone to get 2-3 towers, but I'm gonna try not to do that in this game. Alright, we're at the 15 limit now, so I'll do the loom research since the town sentry is not doing anything. And you'll go call the other boar. I wanted to clean it up, but it's not necessary. It's too far away. Alright, this guy's finished and the boar is still not coming. So we're gonna send 2 of those to berries. And the rest can shoot the boar. Now the villager would have died if the loom wasn't researched, but luckily it got done. So we'll go for 18 villagers then, since I'm a little bit late. And this is the scout's last job, to kill this guy, and then he's finished. Now when the food is finished, they're gonna go on berries. But I also want to get them going on farms, because the berries are too slow. Way too slow. 17, so let's switch this one off. We'll do it at 18. There. I manually returned the food because they can gather quite a lot from the boar, and I manually returned it so I can start the feudal age upgrade. Then we'll pick one that has a lot of health, and we'll send him to the enemy base together with the scout for reconnaissance. But basically I want a tower around here, just to block it off. And since we're still far away from feudal age, I'll build a house over here. So these guys will go to berries, except 2 will go to farm. I'll put them to guard the villager. In case there are any wolves around. So we're almost at feudal. We're gonna upgrade the lumber camp first for wood gathering, and then the food. That's the most important, those 2. First wood, then food, then ordering villagers. And building that tower. Alright, you can just stand back here. And the reason I'm sending everybody on wood is because I want to get these guys working on the farm. The tower will just hold the enemy off a little bit, and that's all I need. It'll be just 1 tower this time. Because I'm gonna try to kill them with the skirmishers. So that's the tower. And with the barracks archery range. We have 5 on berries, which is too much. So now he went to feudal age. We want to get the skirmishers in the towers first. That'll be 5, and then I'll make another group of 5 or so. We need to distract him so that the tower can shoot him. So it's mostly the tower that did the job, not the scout. Oh, and we'll need houses as well. There, that's the first archery range of many. We're gonna get the second one straight away. Although I'm a little bit short on wood. But we have quite a lot of wood gatherers now. It actually would help to have another lumber camp. Now the tower cannot shoot the ones which are nearby. So we want to get them a bit to the distance here. But they will kill the scout quite easily. But the villager they won't. Alright, we'll need to get them some help. We'll do spearmen. 2 should be enough. And we continue with the farms. Alright, now I have only food and wood. I have 5 skirmishers in the house here. Oh, I forgot we're at the house limit. That's actually very bad. Come on. I need space fast. I should have a lot more skirmishers by now, but because the population limit has been reached, it sort of didn't work out as I wanted. So we need to catch up. Tower is repaired. And skirmishers are almost ready. I just need the blacksmith upgrade and they can go. you help with houses. More and more houses. You can never have enough of those. There, you see, when you get a pack of them like that, then it becomes a lot easier. We just need those upgrades to finish and we're good to go. And it's not necessary, it's just a little bit more efficient. Alright, that's enough. Let's go. So their job is to disturb the economy, not too much to kill buildings or anything like that. But don't stop building them. So I'm looking for his woodcutters or gold miners, which are here. I'm a little bit late, I think, but it should work out. Okay, here we are. So that stops his gold. Don't really need anything else, so let's get gold. You can help with houses. Now you don't need to stay in one place, you need to be moving all the time and disturbing as much as possible. They're not entirely good at killing, the archers do a better job, but this works out as well. So this will stop his wood. And this is the second group. So now we have two groups. But you need to micromanage them. And you need to constantly put them on stand ground. The problem with stand ground is the enemy's AI is able to a little bit disturb them, but that's okay. So that's why you need to keep them around archer ranges. We can do even half group over here, again to kick them out of gold. Can do a bunch of them on this side. As long as you stay clear of the town center, that's perfectly fine. So now we've blocked his wood, his gold. We can get half of these guys over here. These guys, we can get them over here. It doesn't really matter where you build the houses. There, as he comes out, he gets shot. You can scout, spread them out. I don't know what he's doing with this skirmisher. You see, I've totally surrounded him with skirmishers. Let's send one guy over here to make sure he's not gathering any wood. There's one villager here gathering wood. Oh, actually more than one. Alright, let's send them back. And we can go to Castle Age because we're not spending any resources. So we have a ton of resources. Especially wood. And you can come help make the third archer range. Together with him. You guys make more houses. Now at this stage I don't need to micromanage them anymore, they're basically doing their job. I just need to position them. Let's say I need a bit more people over here. And it doesn't matter if they run through the town center, normally normally he won't shoot you, but even if he does, the good thing with skirmishers is they have very high pierce armor. So you see here 3 + 1, that's 4. So he won't even manage to kill one of them. And as you see, he's now totally surrounded. He cannot gather wood, cannot get gold. And now we have 3 places to build skirmishers. We'll send them here. We even have 2 guys up here. Oh well. Then Castle Age upgrade, you can just upgrade the skirmishers further. Do the elite skirmisher upgrade, and he will be giving up basically any time because he only has these villagers, and they're going to get squished further and further. I don't need you guys anymore. Don't need to work on economy anymore. It's basically already a victory. There's the elite skirmisher upgrade and their armor. We'll do the wood upgrade as well, just for fun. So even though they do so little damage, they end up killing the buildings anyways. And I'm sure if you get enough of them, they can even kill the town center, because as I mentioned, elite skirmishers now have 4 + 1, so that's 5 armor, pierce armor, and the town center, if I can click on it, does 5 + 1 damage. So it has a tough time killing these guys. Let's actually experiment. We're gonna get one of these guys over here. Shoot a villager so they garrison. There, you see, all these villagers are shooting at him, and it takes 3-4 shots to take it down. Now these skirmishers are shooting at the blacksmith, and we can see the health is going down by 1 because the buildings have pierce armor 7, if I remember correctly, and the damage is lower than that. But still, with so many shooting, you see the house went down, this is going down. But that's not the purpose. The purpose is basically to squish him as much as possible. Just squeeze him in, because without villagers he cannot do anything, and then he gives up because there's nothing he can do. There, he gives up. And that's how you win with just skirmishers. The reason for this race, as I mentioned, is because they are so cheap to produce. You can really mass produce them and still have a ton of resources left to progress into the next age and so forth. But it's really, the castle age even is not really necessary. He was already squished. You see, it's a complete surrounding of his base with a ton of skirmishers, and he cannot get out. He cannot build archers because archers can do nothing at all against skirmishers. If he builds skirmishers, I have more. The only thing, if he builds infantry, even they die because infantry have very little armor, pierce armor. Usually they have 0. Maybe they have 1 sometimes, but still they would die because if you imagine, like earlier I killed the men-at-arms, and especially now with so many skirmishers, he just cannot kill them with infantry. So his only hope is cavalry, but he doesn't have resources for cavalry. But even if he gets a knight, which happened to me once, he has tough time getting through so many of them. I mean, he can kill 1 or 2, but against 8-10 skirmisher groups, like imagine this group over here, the knight would start attacking, and most of them would be shooting him. So it takes a while to take a knight down, but still they get the job done. And the knight costs him something, I think, like 50 gold and food, whereas the skirmishers cost me a lot less. Yeah, I can print them like a lot faster than he does knights. And I didn't need to gather gold at all, and that's why I can have a lot more food and wood, it's a lot easier than making knights. Of course, you can transition and build other units. Not necessary to do only skirmishers. It's just also for fun, just to show that you can win also with just skirmishers, even though they are horrible against buildings, horrible against cavalry, and have extremely small attacks. So even these upgraded ones are 3+2, so that's very, very little. Even their villager is 3. So yeah, so that's it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed that. Please do click on like and subscribe if you did, and remember that you can go play free games at DolyGames.com. It's my gaming portal, and there are a lot of games for you to enjoy. So thanks for watching, and have a very nice day.